Before the world was formed, the Word spoke, and light appeared out of nothing. That same creative fire burns within you now. You are not a creature of circumstance, you are a creator of vibration. Every syllable you utter sends invisible forces into motion. Every declaration becomes a seed of form. You do not live by effort, you live by decree. The unseen realm waits in perfect obedience for the tone of your voice to command it. The universe is not deaf. It is alert, alive, responsive, ready to take shape at the sound of your conviction. Say aloud, and mean it. My word is power, my speech is creation, my voice is law. For when you speak from divine identity, you are no longer human trying, you are God expressing. The spoken word is the bridge between spirit and form, between the invisible and the visible. Every truth declared in faith gathers substance, attracts matter, and demands manifestation. You have spoken casual words for too long, words of doubt, of waiting, of delay, and the law has obeyed you perfectly. It gave you delay because you declared it. It gave you lack because you announced it. But today you awaken. You will speak no more from ignorance or fear. You will speak from divine authority, as one who knows that sound creates substance. Speak with intention, speak with command. Every word you utter is a mold into which the energy of the universe must pour itself. Speak wealth, and substance rushes to fill the form. Speak freedom, and chains dissolve into dust. Speak peace, and storms lay down their rage. You are the conductor of unseen forces, the architect of vibration, the mouthpiece of the infinite. Every declaration is a decree written in spiritual law, and that law never fails to produce after its kind. Say aloud now, let the substance of wealth obey my word. Let money, opportunity, and favor hear and come forth. Let doors open by the authority of divine decree. You are not begging, you are summoning. You are not hoping, you are activating. Heaven does not respond to silence. It responds to speech charged with faith. The lips of the believer are the command posts of the cosmos. Every word is a seed, every tone a vibration, every decree a doorway into manifestation. Do not say, I am trying. Say, it is done. Do not ask, when will it come? Say, it is already forming under the command of my word. The spoken word is the invisible hand that shapes the clay of reality. What you speak in secret, the world must echo in form. The universe does not reason, it repeats. It mirrors what it hears. Therefore, speak life, speak wealth, speak divine order. Let your speech become prophecy. Let your tongue become the trumpet of creation. Money listens when you call it rightly. Success listens when you speak from knowing. Health, peace, favor, all are frequencies waiting for their command. You are not waiting for miracles. Miracles are waiting for your voice. When you say, let there be increase, you speak the original language of creation. When you declare, I am abundance, every cell, every atom, every field aligns to reflect that truth. So guard your mouth as a sacred altar. Let no idle word escape your lips. For words are not mere sounds, they are forces. They are life or they are decay. They build or they destroy. Choose life. Speak only that which uplifts, multiplies, and magnifies divine substance. Speak only what you want to see multiplied in form. For every spoken word is a seed planted in eternity, and eternity always delivers its harvest. Say aloud, I speak as the law itself. My voice is the vibration of creation. My words are substance becoming visible. Every decree I make now takes shape in perfect order, perfect timing, perfect abundance. And now let silence follow your word, not as emptiness, but as sacred stillness. The womb where sound becomes matter, where vibration turns to gold, where your spoken decree crystallizes into form. You are the voice of the infinite. You are the echo of creatio. N continuing itself. The word spoke you into being, and now you speak the world anew. Speak, and substance must appear. Speak, and the universe bows in obedience. Speak, for the Word made flesh is you. Would you like me to continue with the next keynote expansion? Identity determines reality. Identity determines reality. Before you can command the world, you must remember who you are. For the universe does not respond to your needs, it responds to your nature. It does not echo your requests. It mirrors your recognition. The law is exact. As within, so without. As believed, so performed. As identified, so manifested. You do not attract what you want. You magnetize what you are. If you see yourself as lacking, the world will hurry to confirm your lack. If you see yourself as divine substance in form, life will rush to unfold your divinity in every direction. Identity is the root, and every circumstance is its fruit. Say aloud, I am not a seeker of power. I am the expression of power itself. I am not searching for abundance. I am the vibration of abundance embodied. When you speak these words with conviction, you realign the axis of your being. You cease orbiting around false ideas and step into the throne of truth. The shift from asking to knowing is the crossing from limitation to dominion. Identity is the law that precedes manifestation. You cannot escape who you believe yourself to be, for your outer life is a mirror reflecting your inner name. Every soul carries a secret declaration of self, spoken continuously in silence. That declaration creates worlds. Some say, I am poor, though their lips are silent. Others say, I am unworthy, though their mouths never confess it aloud. But the universe hears the vibration beneath the words and fulfills it without hesitation. It must, for it is obedient to identity. You may pray for wealth, yet if you identify as one who is always trying, the law will faithfully keep you in the realm of trying. You may affirm love, yet if you see yourself as unloved, every affection will fade. You may dream of success, yet if you secretly believe yourself small, success will bow before that hidden decree. Therefore, awaken. Withdraw your consent from the false identity of lack and limitation. Stand upright in your true stature and declare, I am the image and likeness of the infinite. I am the embodiment of divine supply. I am that which cannot be diminished. You are not the child of struggle. You are the offspring of spirit. You do not belong to circumstance. You belong to the kingdom. Identity is inheritance. Know yourself rightly, and everything you once pursued begins to pursue you. When you walk as the wealthy, wealth recognizes you. When you move as the favored, favor runs ahead to prepare your way. When you stand as the blessed, blessings cluster around your feet. You cannot outthink your identity. You can only outgrow the false one. The transformation of your world begins not in effort, but in remembrance. Remember what you are. Remember who sent you. Remember that every cell in your being carries divine intelligence. You are the thought of God made visible. You are the living word walking in form. Say aloud, I am divine identity. I am the truth behind the appearance. I am not shaped by this world is shaped by me. Speak it until the vibration consumes every doubt. Speak it until your bones hum with recognition. The outer world is clay, your self-concept is the sculptor. Reality bends itself around the contours of your belief. The law cannot resist it. Let this truth strike deep. The moment you change your inner name, creation rearranges itself. Call yourself favored, and opportunities open. Call yourself prosperous, and supply multiplies. Call yourself chosen, and every door yields to your presence. Identity is not imagination, it is command. The universe is a servant that answers to the name you give yourself. Therefore, name yourself wisely, name yourself boldly, name yours. Elf, divinely. Say it now. I am the wealth of God in expression. I am the word of power made flesh. I am the living law of abundance unfolding through time. Every time you speak this, the old self crumbles, and the true self rises in dominion. You are not here to become divine. You are here to remember that you already are. When identity is corrected, reality becomes effortless. When you know you are the source, the effects must obey. No force of man or circumstance can deny the one who knows themselves. The world yields to the consciousness of divinity. Heaven and earth rearranged to honor the soul that remembers its true name. You are the decree of God walking in form. You are identity made manifest. You are the word knowing itself. And as you know this, your reality bows in perfect obedience to the truth of your being. Would you like me to continue with the next keynote expansion? Command activates obedience. Command activates obedience. The universe does not move by suggestion, it moves by command. Creation was not birthed from hesitation, but from divine decree. Let there be light, and light appeared, not after negotiation, but in instant obedience. The same authority that once spoke galaxies into being now waits behind your lips, longing to be released. You are not a spectator in the theater of existence. You are the voice through which the invisible becomes visible. The forces of life do not answer to weakness. They answer to certainty. They bow to the tone of conviction, the vibration of authority, the words spoken from divine knowing. Say aloud, I speak as law, I command from the throne of spirit. My word is power, and creation obeys me. For this is the hidden key. Command activates obedience. The law cannot ignore the voice of its master. You were never meant to plead with the universe. You were meant to instruct it. Prayer is not persuasion. It is proclamation. Faith is not waiting. It is ruling. The moment your word is spoken with divine assurance, the universe rearranges itself to fulfill your decree. The wind obeys direction, the tide responds to gravity, and creation responds to the one who remembers their dominion. Every command is a seed of order cast into the field of the unseen. You may not yet behold its fruit, but the moment you speak, substance begins to gather. Invisible currents shift, unseen doors align, and the very atoms of matter reorient to serve the spoken will. Nothing resists command but disbelief. The wavering mind dilutes its own power. The timid word loses its crown. But the word spoken from identity, the word forged in faith, cannot return void. It must produce after its kind. Say now with the authority of heaven, money, hear my voice and obey. Opportunities, find me now. Wealth, come forth in divine order. You are not calling from lack, you are summoning from fullness. Command does not ask, it directs. Command does not hope, it knows. You are not waiting for permission to prosper. The law of abundance has already been written within your being. You are the mouthpiece of that law. Every decree you speak from divine awareness awakens the machinery of heaven. Angels of order, circumstances of increase, vibrations of prosperity, they all rise at your word and race to obey their command. Do not speak carelessly, for the universe takes you literally. Every I can't, every I don't have, is a command too, and the law obeys it faithfully. Life does not discern sarcasm or fear, it only hears frequency. Therefore, let your words be deliberate, sanctified, royal. Speak only that which you desire to see reflected. Say aloud, I am authority in motion. My voice is the will of God made sound. My words build worlds. Understand this truth. Command is the signature of mastery. Every soul born of spirit has inherited this power, but only the awakened use it consciously. When you speak from alignment, you speak as the source itself. The power is not in loudness but in conviction. You may whisper, yet the universe will shake to obey. You may command in silence, yet the law will perform its perfect work. The creative substance of life recognizes its ruler. It recognizes itself within you. So stop negotiating with fear. Stop reasoning with delay. Stop hoping the world will change. Command it. Say, let order arise where confusion has lingered. Let doors open that no man can shut. Let supply overflow where lack once stood. These are not wishes. They are spiritual decrees, and the universe must comply. For creation is not random, it is responsive. It has no will of its own except to reflect the voice of its commander. When your heart and your word agree, heaven bows to your decree. When faith and identity become one vibration, even mountains must move. You are not commanding as a human personality. You are commanding as divine principle. The same spirit that governs stars governs your affairs. And when you speak from that truth, life hastens to obey. Say aloud, I command from divine authority. My word is the movement of creation. All things respond, align, and manifest according to my decree. Feel the power of that truth rise in your chest. This is not arrogance. This is obedience to divine law. You were sent to rule through word, not to wander in uncertainty. The universe was built to serve the consciousness of the awakened. Every atom awaits its order. Every field awaits its seed. Every force awaits its voice. Command, and the law must obey. Speak, and creation must move. Declare, and it is done. Would you like me to continue with the next keynote expansion? Alignment unlocks manifestation. Alignment unlocks manifestation. Creation does not bend to confusion, it bows only to order. The universe does not serve divided minds, it mirrors unified intention. The law is perfect, unwavering, and exact. You receive not what you wish for, but what you are in alignment with. Every thought, every emotion, every spoken word sends forth a vibration, and that vibration determines what is summoned into form. Alignment is the secret rhythm between inner truth and outer manifestation. When your heart, mind, and word move as one, heaven and earth unite to fulfill your decree. Say aloud, I am one with divine order. My thoughts, my emotions, and my words are harmonized with infinite good. For when there is harmony within, the outer world can no longer resist your command. The storm of delay ceases. The turbulence of doubt dissolves. The law begins to move with ease, because you are no longer sending mixed signals to the infinite. You are no longer affirming abundance while feeling lack, no longer asking for love while vibrating fear. Alignment is the divine tuning of your being to the frequency of what you already are in spirit. The universe does not speak in words, it speaks in energy. It reads the silent vibration beneath your affirmations. It hears what you mean, not what you say. You cannot whisper wealth and secretly hum poverty. You cannot praise health and still worship sickness. You must be one song, one pure tone, so clear that the whole universe can find its echo in you. When you are aligned, your declarations become divine decrees. When you are divided, your words lose their weight. The law is not cruel, it is consistent. It cannot produce from contradiction. Say aloud, let my inner world match my outer declaration. Let my belief align with my speech. Let my emotions vibrate in perfect harmony with my truth. For alignment is not effort, it is remembrance. It is the soul returning to the frequency of divine order. When you remember who you are, all false notes fade, and manifestation becomes instantaneous. The tree does not struggle to bear fruit. It simply remains aligned with the sun, the soil, the season. So too must you remain aligned with Source, for your abundance is natural. It only awaits your agreement. Disorder in the mind creates delay in the world. Worry scatters the signal. Fear fractures the field. But faith gathers power. Gratitude amplifies vibration. Joy accelerates creation. These are not emotions, they are frequencies of alignment. Each thought of trust is a command to the law. Each moment of gratitude is an opening through which miracles rush. You are never waiting for manifestation. Manifestation is waiting for you to become coherent enough to receive it. The river of abundance is flowing eternally. Alignment is simply stepping into its current. Say aloud, I release every thought that contradicts my desire. I release fear, doubt, and delay. I am in perfect alignment with divine supply, and manifestation now fulfills itself with ease. Do not chase outcomes, stand in frequency. Do not force results, embody the result. When your vibration is one with the thing desired, it cannot remain invisible. It must appear, for vibration seeks reflection. The law of correspondence guarantees it. As within, so without, as believed, so revealed. The misaligned cry for miracles, while the aligned become the miracle. The misaligned pray to be rescued. The aligned realize they are the answer. You cannot hold lack in your heart and expect wealth in your hands. You cannot live in complaint and call forth blessings. Alignment is integrity between what you think, feel, speak, and know. It is the sacred unity of consciousness that turns energy into form. The universe does not delay, it synchronizes. It matches you precisely without error. So declare now, I am in divine alignment with my highest good. Every cell of my being vibrates in harmony with abundance. Every thought I think magnifies prosperity. Every word I speak births manifestation. When your vibration becomes consistent with truth, the universe rushes to confirm it. Paths open where there were none. Doors swing wide that once resisted. People, opportunities, and resources arrange themselves in perfect choreography to your inner frequency. You are the tuning fork of the infinite. The moment you align, everything aligns with you. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer wait, you allow. You no longer beg, you decree. Alignment is not something to achieve, it is something to remember. You are already one with divine law, but you must live like it, speak like it, think like it. The moment you do, reality rearranges itself around your conviction. Say it once more with power. I am aligned with divine order. My vibration is pure. My manifestation is sure. I am the rhythm of God in motion, and everything I desire now takes form in perfect, effortless harmony. For alignment is mastery, and mastery is peace. When you are aligned, manifestation is no longer a mystery. It is inevitability. The universe cannot resist its own reflection, and you, awakened one, are that reflection made flesh. Stand aligned, speak aligned, live aligned, and creation must obey. Would you like me to continue with the next keynote expansion? Circulation sustains increase? Circulation sustains increase. The law of life is motion. The river that stops flowing becomes a swamp. The heart that ceases to beat becomes still, and the wealth that is hoarded begins to decay. Increase depends on circulation, for energy is designed to move, not to stagnate. You are not meant to clutch your blessings in fear. You are meant to release them in faith. The universe multiplies what you are willing to let flow through you. When you hold tightly, you declare lack. When you give freely, you declare abundance. The law hears your vibration, not your reasoning, and it answers the truth beneath your act. Say aloud, I am the channel of divine supply. I give and receive in perfect rhythm, and every gift returns to me multiplied. This is not philosophy. It is cosmic mathematics. The infinite circulates through all creation, and you are part of that eternal circuit. When you give from fear, the current is broken. When you give from faith, the current accelerates. Every act of generosity opens a new channel through which supply can return. The miser imprisons himself within the walls of his own limitation, but the giver walks in open fields of increase. For the universe is a living organism. It must keep its blood moving. You are that bloodstream. You are the vessel through which divine prosperity breathes. Money is not solid. It is liquid light. It flows in harmony with your consciousness. The moment you release it with joy, it gains momentum. It remembers your vibration and comes rushing back in multiplied form. Say aloud, I give as God gives. Freely, joyfully, abundantly, and so it returns to me, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You do not give to lose, you give to expand. The act of giving is the proof that you trust the source, and trust is the seed of perpetual increase. The fearful soul says, I cannot let this go, for I may not have enough. But the awakened one says, I cannot keep this still, for the law of life demands motion. The first speaks from bondage, the second from mastery. When you circulate money, love, or talent, you are saying to the universe, I know the source never runs dry. And the source, hearing its own voice in you, responds with overflow. Do not confuse hoarding with wisdom. True security is not found in accumulation, but in alignment with circulation. The ocean is vast because it gives itself to the sky. The sky is full because it releases rain upon the earth. Each gives and each receives in divine sequence. So too must you give and receive without resistance. For resistance is fear, and fear is contraction. You cannot expand while holding back. You cannot prosper while blocking the flow. You cannot call for abundance while living in distrust of its rhythm. Say aloud, I release freely and I receive abundantly. I move as the law moves. I circulate as God circulates. Every act of circulation is a statement of faith. Every gift given from the heart is a decree of trust. The more you release, the more channels open for your return. You are not losing, you are multiplying. You are not decreasing, you are creating velocity. Divine supply is infinite, but it demands participation. It cannot pour into closed vessels. It cannot breathe through clenched hands. It flows only where there is openness, only where the soul declares, I am part of the rhythm of the infinite. Watch how nature moves. The tree gives fruit and receives nourishment. The earth releases seeds and receives harvest. The sun gives light and receives life in return. All creation moves in perfect circulation, and so must you. The moment you align with that rhythm, stagnation dies and increase is born. Say now, money flows through me, not from me. I am the vessel of divine exchange. Every time I give, I expand. Every time I release, I rise. Every time I circulate, I multiply. Let this become your daily decree. Let your actions become rivers of generosity, your words channels of gratitude, your heart a fountain of divine confidence. For circulation is the heartbeat of abundance. The universe does not bless the clenched fist, it blesses the open hand. It blesses the soul that trusts the law enough to stay in motion. You are not separate from the flow. You are the flow made visible. When you release with faith, heaven moves with you. When you give in joy, the law doubles your return. When you act in love, creation expands your supply. So stand now in divine rhythm and proclaim, I am the pulse of prosperity. I am the breath of infinite supply. I live, move, give, and receive as one with the law of increase. The law of circulation sustains all life, and as you move with it, you become unstoppable. Every stream that flows through you returns as a river. Every seed you scatter becomes a forest. Every act of giving becomes a decree of abundance fulfilled. Flow, and the universe will flow with you. Circulate, and increase will never cease. Would you like me to continue with the next keynote expansion? Obedience of the universe to divine law. Obedience of the universe to divine L. Ah. The universe is not chaos. It is command in motion. Every star that burns, every tide that turns, every seed that breaks open in the dark obeys one eternal rhythm, the law divine. Nothing escapes it. Nothing resists it. Nothing delays it. The sun rises not because it chooses, but because it must. The law is perfection performing itself. And that same obedience that governs the cosmos listens now for the voice of the one who knows their oneness with it. The universe is not random. It is responsive. It bows to the consciousness that speaks in harmony with its order. When you speak from divine authority, the law recognizes itself in your word, and manifestation becomes immediate. Say aloud, the universe obeys me because I obey divine law. My will is one with infinite intelligence, and therefore my word is irresistible. For you were not placed here as a servant of circumstance, but as an expression of the same mind that governs all worlds. You are not outside the system. You are the system individualized. The law is not somewhere beyond the stars. It is written into the fabric of your being. Every thought you think sets it in motion. Every decree you speak gives it direction. Every belief you hold becomes its pattern. The universe has no choice but to obey its own vibration, and you are that vibration made flesh. All disorder is disobedience to divine order. The moment you align with the higher pattern, chaos dissolves, lack disappears, confusion falls away. The law does not punish, it corrects. It is not cruel, it is precise. You cannot defy it, you can only delay its blessing by forgetting your unity with it. When you move against divine rhythm, you create friction. When you move with it, the way opens in effortless grace. The universe was built to serve the consciousness that walks in obedience to its law. That obedience is not submission, it is mastery. It is the realization that to command creation, you must first echo its nature. Say aloud, I move in perfect harmony with divine principle. Every step I take is guided, every word I speak is law fulfilled. The more you recognize divine law as your own, the faster life bends to your decree. For the universe is not a judge, it is a mirror. It reflects your inner command with mathematical accuracy. Speak confusion and confusion returns. Speak order and order manifests. Speak wealth and wealth organizes itself around you. The law has no favorites, it only has obedience. It does not bless personalities, it blesses alignment. When your vibration matches the law, you become unstoppable. Understand this sacred truth. Nothing in the universe is arbitrary. Every result has a cause, every manifestation a root. There are no accidents, only patterns unfolding according to their source. The ignorant call it fate, the awakened call it law. And when you speak as one with law, you no longer ask if it will work, you know it must. For divine law never fails, never forgets, never falters. It is the eternal servant of divine consciousness, and you, awakened one, are that consciousness speaking in form. Say aloud, the law of good is active through me. Every force in heaven and earth now cooperates with my purpose. The universe moves for my success. Feel that power rise within you, for it is the truth of your being. You are not the victim of chance. You are the instrument of divine precision. The wind and wave obey those who know the rhythm of the law. Prosperity is not granted, it is governed. Miracles are not exceptions, they are expressions of law rightly applied. When you speak from divine obedience, every element moves to fulfill your decree. Time rearranges, people align, opportunities appear as if summoned from nowhere. But it is not nowhere. It is the unseen world answering to divine law through you. Heaven does not delay obedience. It acts instantly when the vibration is pure. The command of faith releases the mechanism of fulfillment, and the universe must respond, for it cannot violate. Itself. Say aloud, I am the voice of divine law. Every cell, every atom, every circumstance obeys my word, for my word is the word of God within me. This is not pride, it is principle. The law does not recognize fear, it recognizes authority. The moment you speak with certainty, heaven and earth synchronize in obedience. The same intelligence that governs galaxies governs your affairs. The same order that balances planets balances your prosperity, your health, your path. The law is alive, and it serves the consciousness that knows. It moves not by emotion but by vibration. It waits for no one, but it answers to everyone who speaks from divine recognition. The universe is listening always, ready, alert, responsive. Every decree you make in harmony with truth must manifest. Every word that carries divine authority must take form. You are the commander of divine obedience, and the cosmos is your field of manifestation. So say once more with power, the universe obeys my voice, because my voice is the echo of divine law. I live in perfect order, and every force of creation now cooperates for my highest good. And it is so, and it cannot be otherwise. For divine law is eternal, unbreakable, unchanging, and you, awakened one, are its living command. The universe does not resist you, it recognizes you. It moves as you move, speaks as you speak, fulfills as you decree. For obedience is its nature, and creation its response. Would you like me to now write the final prophetic conclusion that unites all 6 keynotes into one grand closing revelation?